Hello and welcome back to Bonita Tarot. Today's reading is going to be a collaborative reading with Bonita Tarot. Hers is going to be how people view you based on your physical appearance. And this one that I'm going to be doing is what makes you attractive. So you guys kind of get a 2-in-1 extension from hers onto mine, mine onto hers, whatever way you watch it. It's going to be all about the looks today. So as you can see, I have 3 cards in front of me that you can pick from. This is pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. So go ahead and take a moment, meditate on which one you're drawn to, and I will have the timestamps posted below. Hello, pile number 1. So this is going to be your reading if you chose this card right here, about what makes you physically attractive, what makes you attractive. So I'm going to start off with these Lenormand Revival Art cards. By the way, I've been getting questions about where I got my cards. I got all my cards on Temu. I needed to get a few of them for as cheap as possible because when we moved across the country, I forgot my cards. So that's where I got them. These are the Revival Art Lenormand. So what makes you attractive? Let's see, pile number 1, what makes you attractive? Okay. Being a little stubborn. Okay, so this is really funny. What I instantly got was that you probably have a nice behind. I know that's really weird to get that from the ship card, but it reminds me of this girl I knew in high school. She was my friend, and she had a beautiful behind, and I remember they said it's like a ship. It's big like a ship, you can't miss it. So what I'm seeing here is you probably have a beautiful behind. It's probably very noticeable. It's probably very juicy. So that is definitely one thing I'm seeing here. You probably also have really beautiful eyes is what I'm also getting. The ocean for some reason reminds me of eyes because like water, and I don't know where that came from, but it also reminds me of like in Vedic astrology, Venus signs are ruled by water, and the Venus nakshatras are ruled by water and Venus signs are very visual. So when I think of them, I think of eyes. So you may have beautiful eyes as well that are very sparkly, very entrancing, very luminous and alluring. You may have, I got the image of dark hair. You may have beautiful hair that people really think about when they see you. They're just like, wow, they have gorgeous hair. It's probably very lush and healthy. Probably looks like water. It probably looks like a waterfall. Maybe you have curls. Maybe it's really shiny. You may also be very like graceful. You may have very graceful movements. Very feminine. You may have a very feminine figure. I know that I'm not talking about the ship, I'm talking about the ocean, but that's what I'm getting is like oceanic vibes. Very watery, fluid. You may have a very feminine figure. Very shapely. I'm thinking of the Cancer zodiac sign a lot too. Yeah. Okay, let me pull from the Pulp Tarot. This is my favorite deck. And this one I also got on Temu, and it's the Pulp Tarot. What makes pile number 1 attractive? Okay, that one stopped for some reason. Okay. What makes pile number 1 attractive? What makes pile number 1 attractive? Okay. Okay, I'm getting legs for sure. Beautiful legs. You probably have a very dreamy thing about you. Your eyes and your stare may be very dreamy, very nostalgic almost, maybe like a classic beauty to you. It's probably a very igniting and perhaps intimidating aura about you as well. Your beauty may be very intimidating to people. You could probably be very tall, languorous, and just, you probably have very just long, willowy limbs about you, something model-esque. Yeah, I'm getting like a 1920s film star, you know, kind of like that, that like swing dress kind of body that you could pull off. Very tall, very statuesque maybe. I'm getting darker features. I'm seeing someone who has very dark penetrating eyes, dark hair, dark skin, whatever it may be. You have something very beautiful and like onyx-like about you. Like the color onyx or the stone onyx. Very intimidating. I'm getting a very intimidating regal presence. There's a lot of like your beauty is just really regal. You may have a beautiful like aquiline nose, or your nose may be very prominent in like a really elegant way. Yeah, definitely very beautifully. Just like you have a royalty about you. It's like this nostalgic royalty, long limbs, beautiful hair. You may have a great butt. I'm also getting, you may have, if you don't have a beautiful booty, you may have really nice breasts, a very nice chest, because that's what I'm getting there. Yeah. You may be seen as very fiery also, which is interesting. Fire and water, very steamy. Okay, that's a good way to put it. You probably have a very steamy kind of beauty, is a weird way to put it, but it's probably like fiery but dreamy. Kind of like you're super physically weighted, but there's something very untouchable, very fluid about you. I'm also getting Martian qualities, so like if you know anything about Vedic astrology and nakshatras, Dhanishta, Marilyn Monroe, she was a Dhanishta moon. Dhanishta women tend to be extremely sexually appealing, very beautiful. They're very good at cultivating beauty and kind of presenting themselves in a way that is sumptuous and delectable to people. They become extremely iconic, so there might be something very iconic about you. I'm getting Dhanishta energy, I'm getting Venusian, kind of that polarity of like fiery Mars and watery Venus, that beautiful like push and pull energy, very magnetizing kind of beauty. Something that perhaps you have like a beautiful balance of masculine and feminine features that makes you very notable. It's not like this everyday beauty you see. It's very captivating and interesting. I'm getting a classic vibe for sure. Your style is probably really nice also. You probably know how to dress for your body very well. The colors, you probably wear very like classic colors, but I'm also getting like hints of red. Just bright red lipstick, bright red nails. Maybe you dye your hair red. Just very, it's not too much, it's just right. You know, like that Marilyn Monroe red lipstick. I'm also getting that you love putting on makeup, and you probably are really good at putting makeup on. You probably do your makeup very well, kind of like Marilyn Monroe did. You know, you make it an art form for yourself. You make yourself look the way you envision in your mind. So you become like an embodied, like you're a personified dream. You're your own dream girl or your dream guy. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm definitely getting for you guys. Let me do another deck real quick, see what else I can get. And then we'll do the Astro dice. I want to do my tarot of SEXUAL Magic, but I feel like it's a little too not safe for work for YouTube, and I'm not about to get demonetized or anything. So I may start a Patreon for that. I may start a Patreon for more spicy content readings. Okay, wow, that was quick. What makes pile number 1 attractive? This one wants to come out. Whoop, I got 2 in 1. Okay. Yes, so you have very powerful, like, sexual, sensual energy to you. That's what I'm getting from the Strength and the Lion card, very Leo. We're getting the number 5 here for 5 of Cups. So very, like, Leo illuminated, just recreationally, what's the word? Sensual. You may just have a very strong, like, your beauty is so magnetic and sexual. I really don't know if I can use that word on YouTube, if I'm being honest. That's why I keep on, like, whispering it. But SEXual. Like I said, right here, we got Leo from Strength and the Moon, which is Cancer. So it's that beautiful polarity again of, you know, masculine, feminine, that very interesting, just polarity, a push and pull. It's really nice. Your beauty may have caused you some hurt in some ways in the past, whether it be feeling like you were outcast because you were too beautiful, or maybe your looks have caused some jealousy in others. I'm seeing that it's been kind of like an Achilles heel for you, or like a blessing and a curse kind of vibe. Your beauty is very deep, very polarizing to people. And that's what I'm getting with the masculine, feminine there. It could be very polarizing to people. People just don't know how to react to your beauty sometimes. It can just feel too, like, overwhelming maybe to some people, and to others it just may feel intimidating and threatening in a sense. You definitely are very luminous, like, very luminous beauty here. That's very one of a kind. I'm getting just very one of a kind energy. You can't be replicated. Sorry, I need to move this so you can see the cards better. You can't be replicated. There's something very irreplicable about you. You're not easy to pin down. You're not easy to, your beauty is just so in its own league, really. You know how people say rate this person a scale of 1 to 10? You're not even on the scale. You're just so different in beauty that you can't even put it in one place. Yeah. Okay. Let me move on to the Astro dice, and then we're going to see what kind of energy astrologically you carry with your beauty. Like, what is influencing your beauty? Pile number 1. There we go. We got Libra, the Sun, and the 8th house. Like I said, you know, there's that Venus, and the 8th house is Scorpionic, so Mars, and then we have the Sun. So very luminous, very, very enticing, beautiful energy. There's that balance again of, you know, the feminine, masculine, like a beautiful bridge of your beauty. So with the Libra, I'm definitely getting very balanced features. Your very classic beauty. With the Sun, it's got a star-like quality to it. With the 8th house, there's that allure and magnetism that's very polarizing to people. So you definitely pull on people, probably in the sacral and root chakra area a lot. That's the kind of beauty that your energy pulls toward it. I mean, that's the kind of energy your beauty pulls toward you, sorry, or out of people. The sun also, you definitely have a lioness energy to you. Your beauty is very regal, royal. It's so high up and majestic. But it's beautifully balanced, but also very primal. It has this depth of sensuality with it. So yeah, that's what I'm getting for you, pile number 1. I hope you liked this reading, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. So if you chose this card right here, this is going to be your reading on what makes you attractive. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with a Lenormand Revival Art Oracle deck. I got my decks from Temu, in case you were wondering. I've gotten a few questions about that. I needed to get some quickly after my move, and I forgot my tarot cards, so I got mine from Temu. And this is the Revival Art Lenormand Oracle deck. So, what makes pile number 2 attractive? What makes pile number 2 attractive? These cards are a little bit stubborn. So let's see. Pile number 2. What makes pile number 2 attractive? There we go. Interesting. Okay. So what I'm getting with the fish is that I know it doesn't look beautiful, but I'm getting a very like Piscean beauty for sure. I would definitely say you have, okay, so I don't know if you guys are into Vedic astrology in any way, but if you watch Claire Nocty's video on her types of pretty, I would say it's very much like a fish pretty. So think Revati moon. That's actually my moon sign, which is really interesting. So Revati moon is, some famous people who have this are like Angelina Jolie, Pink, Salma Hayek, who else? I know there's like other people who have Revati moon, but I can't think of them right now. But think of that kind of beauty. Very gorgeous. It's like a Bratz doll kind of beauty. I would say that's what like the kind of attractive you are, is you have like probably very beautiful pouty lips, probably really gorgeous like siren-like eyes, or very like big doe eyes. I'm seeing the eyes here. I know this is so like weird because it's like a fish and it's not the most flattering card to get. But I would definitely say like there is beauty in it. Like you can find a kind of beautiful in different animals, even the ones that are considered not very pretty. But you probably have gorgeous eyes, like very big, entrancing, dreamy eyes, or very siren-like eyes. You probably have very glistening hair, like a mermaid. I'm getting very mermaid-esque beauty. You probably, okay, this is what I'm getting. Your beauty is probably like a fisher of men, if you will. Very captivating. You know, like when you catch a fish, or in a, like with a line, or like a hook, or like a net. Your beauty just is very captivating. You're probably, yeah, I would say you may have like a very beautiful like swimmer's body maybe, or it may be a little bit more athletic, or you may even be really petite, is what I'm getting. But it looks very like svelte, very like slinky kind of figure, if you will. Or even if you're a little bit more curvaceous, you know, you have this like beautiful fluidity to like your body, very proportional. It just like really just melds very nicely. Probably very muscular in a way. You may be very strong. Yeah, I would definitely say you have a very like siren-like beauty to you, but also very strong. Like you probably have like a good swimmer's body. That's what I'm getting. I'm not getting anything other than just like a very strong physique. You may work out a lot and take care of yourself, and people notice that, and that probably makes you very attractive physically. And you probably have gorgeous skin, like very like glass skin, or just very clear complexion. Or maybe you like to dye your hair different colors, and you know, play with different colors, and that it like suits you really nicely and like really beautifully. People are just really enjoy that expression of style that you have. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to the Pulp Tarot. It's my favorite deck. Also, for people wondering, this is the Pulp Tarot. I got this one on Temu as well. So what makes pile number 2 attractive, physically attractive? What makes pile number 2 physically, whoa. Wow, yeah, we're getting a lot of water energy also. So the first one we got kind of like the ship, and we got, you know, a lot of oceanic, but we're getting a lot of watery vibes with you guys. Very Piscean. What makes pile number 2 attractive? Okay, we got more cups going on. There we go, more cups. Pile number 2. Okay. Wow, we got 4 cards here. Interesting. Okay. So I'm getting that you probably express yourself really beautifully. Your voice may be gorgeous, and we're going back to that siren energy. You probably have, like, just the way you speak makes you very attractive to people. You probably have a very alluring and just captivating voice that, you know, people just really love to listen to you or watch you talk. You probably, you know how there's some people that you could just watch them talk because they're so, like, it just kind of lightens them up, like their face just lights up beautifully. Even the way you may speak may be very eloquent or very just gorgeous. For me, when I think of someone who's beautiful to look at when they talk, is Monica Bellucci. Just her lips. First of all, she's just stunning overall. So maybe you have a Monica Bellucci kind of beauty to you as well. Very classic, like old, just like that European beauty. But the way she talks, I can't explain it. Her lips and just her mannerisms just add to her beauty. It's so elegant, it's so eloquent. It's just, you just want to watch her and look at her. You know what I mean? Not just because she's gorgeous, but when she speaks, it just adds this other element to her beauty that's so dynamic. I would definitely say people love to just hear you talk or just look at you talk because you just light up and you get really animated, and it's like you pull people in. Maybe your beauty tells a story in a way. You could also have kind of like a girl next door vibe to you. That's what I'm getting from the 6 of Cups. Just, I don't know why I'm getting that. Just like that first childhood love kind of beauty to you that is really hard to pin down. You probably have really gorgeous, like, just your style is probably really nostalgic to people. You probably have really long hair, or it maybe you pull off a pixie cut really well. Maybe you have a pixie cut, or you shaved your head or something. I'm getting the hair is really kind of androgynous in a way, but you pull it off so well because your features are just so beautiful. Like, it's almost like your hair is gorgeous on its own, but if you kind of were to go in a different route of something a little more experimental, like, it would just add to your beauty. Like, even like having it short would just add to your beauty. I'm getting that I know this isn't physical exactly, but like your ideas, you kind of embody ideas really well. It's almost, okay, here's what I'm getting. You're like a storybook character, or like a character from a movie. There's something so otherworldly about you that your beauty is just like, it should be Hollywood beauty in a way. Like, yeah, like I'm getting Angelina Jolie, I'm getting Monica Bellucci, I'm getting, you know, something just super ephemeral about your beauty. Very elusive. It's timeless. It has this quality of not being on Earth. There's a fish jumping out of water right here. Yeah, you're probably like very different and really unique in your expression, but it works for you. Like, you could be like an anime character in a way, or you're just like a fish out of water. Your beauty makes you very unique. It's a very unique, possibly, and I hate the word exotic, but it probably is an exotic beauty, a unique beauty that you don't see every day. You may come from a very interesting like racial background. You may be mixed with a bunch of different places and cultures, but it makes you so beautiful, and that's what makes you gorgeous. Like, I don't know, maybe you're very high contrast. Like, let's say you have, like, I've seen, you know, have dark skin, and maybe you have like red hair, or really beautiful hazel eyes, or maybe you have really pale skin with like dark hair and like gray eyes or something like that. Just very different and unique. It definitely makes you stand out. I keep looking at this card, like, you know, she looks like she's in space or something, like this wasteland, and she has like her helmet off or something, and she's like, you just look like you don't come from Earth or something, but it's beautiful, like an alien like beauty to you. It kind of goes back to that sort of Revati energy of being, Revati is the last nakshatra in Vedic astrology, so it's very much being in the world but not of it. And that's what I think your beauty is like. It's like you're in this world, but you don't look like you come from this world. You probably have something about you that is very, like, it looks like you're professional at something. Your style is probably really sophisticated. Maybe you like an androgynous look. Yeah. Okay, let me move on to the next deck of cards. What makes pile number 2 physically attractive? Okay, we're gonna take that. What makes pile number 2 physically attractive? Makes pile number 2 physically attractive. Or what makes pile number 2 attractive? Whoa, okay, that was a lot. We'll just take these two. Okay, that's so interesting. In the last one, we also got the Emperor in the middle, but yours is reverse. So I'm thinking you have a kind of, okay, maybe your beauty is just really unexpected to people. You know, it's kind of the beauty that it doesn't grow on you. It's very apparent because we have 5 of Wands and we have 2 of Wands. So it's very real. Like, you have, like, you're very striking for sure. But it may be a little bit more like a friendly beauty in a way. Like, it's not, it definitely has this elegance and this elevatedness to it, but the way you carry yourself and the way that you are, it just, and even just your beauty overall, it's not like intimidating. It's very approachable in a way. And that's why I'm going back to kind of like that nostalgic feeling, that girl next door kind of vibe. It has something about it that's very, like, people want to protect and take care of you. And people see you as, like, you're just so out of this world and your beauty is so unique and different that, you know, people want to take care of it and nurture it. They don't want to make you feel, you know, that they don't feel scared of you per se. They just feel very protective of you. You may have gotten bullied a lot for being so different in the past, or maybe now, I don't know. I'm sorry if you're going through that, and I'm sorry you did go through that, but I'm seeing that people may have seen you a little bit as antagonistic in a way because your beauty was so different that it was hard for them to understand. Yeah, you just seem very different, very artistic beauty. Like, it's, like, how can I put it? Like, I really don't, you just can't really describe your kind of beauty, honestly. You may have very beautiful, okay, this is very random and weird. You may have beautiful feet. That may attract some attention you don't want from certain people, and maybe you're not into that. And maybe if you are, then that's fine, that's cool. But it kind of goes back into that Piscean Revati energy of, you know, Pisces rules the feet. So you probably have gorgeous feet. Maybe you have really nice legs too. But I'm seeing your feet are really like just delicate and like dainty or fairy-like. Your profile is really beautiful too. That's what I'm getting. Okay, this is kind of funny. You're endearing in the sense that you may be a little bit clumsy. Because you have such a dreamy nature to you, I feel like maybe you're not very aware of your surroundings. So it's like you're constantly being like, oh my god, like jarred awake by running into things. I don't know why I got that visual, but that's what makes you really endearing to people, is it's almost like you're not from this world and that you're getting used to your human body a little bit. And that's how people see it in a way. Because your beauty is just so out of this world. Like, you just, that, yeah, I would say you're not exactly the most graceful, but I would say that your speaking voice and everything else about you is very graceful. But your movements are probably a little, a little bit lacking in a sense. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go on to the Astro Dice and see what we get for the energy. What planets, what signs are influencing your beauty? Okay, we got third house, Neptune and Taurus. Yep, there is that Neptune energy there. And I would say, you know, Taurus, the throat, third house communication, definitely very classic, just this beauty that is so ethereal. It's so, I just get throat chakra, third eye, and crown chakra energy from you, because I mean, Taurus looks like it's wearing a halo or a crown above its head. So I would say that it's this very auric beauty to you that there's this quote from this movie. It's this old 60s movie where it's just like, you're so earthly, it's so heavenly. And that's exactly what I'm getting with you. You have this beautiful earthliness, but like your incarnation on earth is so beautiful that it's so heavenly and it's so out of this world. Definitely dreamy, very dreamy. Your voice is just resonant, it's siren-like. You exude like a luxuriousness to you. Like an alien-like luxury. Very expressive. You definitely like to play with your appearance. You're probably a little bit, you know, mercurial in the way that you express your beauty. Some days you probably want to be natural, you know. But yeah, sorry, my camera cut off. So yeah, that's what I'm getting for you, pile number 2. Please let me know if you liked this reading. Give it a like, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. So if you chose this card right here, this is going to be your reading on what makes you physically attractive, or just what makes you attractive. So let's get started with, oh, actually I'm gonna do my Lenormand first. So I have questions about where I get my decks from. This is the Revival Art Lenormand Oracle card deck. I got all of my cards off of Temu because when I moved across the country, I forgot my tarot cards. So that is where I got them, in case you wanted to get your own. So what makes pile number 3 attractive? This deck is a little bit stubborn. What makes pile 3 attractive? Oh, wow. Beautiful. So you got the sun. You definitely have, okay, I know it's a little bit cliche to say, but you have a radiant beauty to you. I would say you definitely have gorgeous glowing skin, probably just a gorgeous like caramel color or tan, or even just very light, whatever it is, or just like a very deep, rich, beautiful skin tone, or just you have a glow about you, and it always looks effervescent and like it's shining. Your eyes are probably just so warm and inviting. And of course, your hair is probably like an aura of like a halo around your head. You know, when I think of the sun, I think of Leo. Your back is probably really gorgeous too, which is really interesting because Leo, I believe, rules the back. But you probably have a gorgeous back that's super defined, but like very, you know, curvy. It reminds me of that woman, I think her name, she inspired Jessica Rabbit, I believe. Vicky Dugan. She was known as the Back, Vicky the Back Dugan, and everything she wore was in the front very, you know, like Audrey Hepburn, like up to her neckline, like almost like a turtleneck, but in the back, girl, oh my god, she's got all the way down to like maybe a little bit of her little booty crack showing, just a little bit, but her back was just stunningly gorgeous. She had the dimples, just beautiful back. You probably even have a nice like rump as well, a nice booty. I'm getting you have really elegant hands, very beautiful hands that are very like expressive and dainty, or just very beautiful and womanly, or whatever it is. Like they look like they haven't done any hard labor. You're probably very creative. I would say that you get very creative with your beauty. You probably wear your hair in different styles all the time, or you dye it colors constantly that are so different but so beautiful on you. And you know, I'm thinking of Lana Del Rey's hair, how she's tried every hair color, and all of them looked great on her, and it always looks healthy and long and luscious. And I would say that's probably how your hair is. It's very Leo-esque, because I believe she has a Leo moon in tropical astrology. So she has that very beautiful, lush, kind of rich radiance to her hair, and just her overall beauty. I'm getting a Lana Del Rey beauty here. Yeah, I would say maybe even in the summertime you feel most beautiful. Or the spring, whenever it's warm, you probably feel like you can express your beauty really well. You probably are, like when I'm getting hair, I'm getting like maybe you're blonde or caramel colored hair. You probably have very light features is what I'm getting. Even if you have, you know, come from a background that has darker features, maybe you look really good in lighter shades. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna move on to the Pulp Tarot. This deck is called the Pulp Tarot, in case you were wondering. What makes pile number 3? Oh, we've gotten the Emperor in all 3 readings, so that's awesome. What makes pile number 3 attractive? Ooh, okay. Very interesting. Your beauty is extremely explosive, is a good way I can put it. You are intimidating to people. Pile number 3. You have a very strong, like, energy that just exudes through your beauty. Your body language, the way you carry yourself is so, you can't miss it, okay? You shake things up when you walk into the room. You're definitely not one to be missed. Your beauty may be seen as extremely powerful. Like, you just seem like you are not gonna be messed with in any way. You're just a very solid presence that adds to this beauty. It's just this, wow. It's awe-inspiring beauty, really. I'm getting like auburn hair. Here we go with the hair. I'm getting a lot of hair. Auburn hair for sure. Like I said, Lana Del Rey, I'm getting that. You have a darkness to your beauty as well, which is so interesting because with the sun and the tower here, I'm just seeing like a dark, like not nostalgia, but like a dark feminine beauty. Regardless of how, like I'm getting like a femme fatale, there we go, that's a good way to put it, a femme fatale beauty. You're captivating, and I feel like I've said that with every pile, but like this one's different. It is in charge beauty. It is like, you do not want to try pile number 3. That's like the kind of beauty you have is just so incredibly intimidating and in your face. People are probably just greatly respect you. You look like you come from a lot of power, or you've overcome a lot, and your beauty has just, it just seems to get better regardless of what you've been through. It's like it just is always getting better. You probably age really well. If you're a little bit older, I would say that you just keep getting better and better the older you get. You know, in a way, I think of like Jamie Lee Curtis. She, you know, when she was younger, she was beautiful, but I feel like now in her older age, she just looks so good. Like it just, she looks like she was meant to be in that age, like her age right now. Same thing with Sigourney Weaver. You know, she's always been really beautiful, but I feel like as she's gotten older, she just like, I don't know, just some people are just, they look better older. They just season, I mean not season, they age like fine wine, and I feel like that's how you are. Like you just age really well. Like you're just gonna get better with age. You probably have like a lot of vitality in your body, and it probably is super lithe and like alive and warm, and people get that energy from you. You have a primal like sexuality to you, but it's not like, it's not on your sleeve. It's not kind of like pile number 1 was, where it was so like apparent and in your face. Yours is just very contained, but it's controlled and it's sexy. Yeah, it's not so easily felt, but you choose when you want people to see and feel that. Like you're very much self-contained, and you carry yourself with a beautiful power and self-containment. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna move on to the next deck. Oh, what am I doing here? Pile number 3. What makes pile number 3 physically attractive? Or attractive in general? What makes pile number 3 attractive? What makes pile number 3 attractive? Okay, yeah. You yeah, you pull on people's, I would say people's like, definitely their throat chakra. But I'm also getting like solar plexus. You inspire people with your beauty. you're a self-starter. You're the kind of person who makes their own world, and you probably want the world around you to be an extension of your inner world and make it beautiful. And I think that just enhances your beauty as well. You probably just have a very like generous spirit, and your aura is just so expansive that people feel intoxicated by it. Yeah, your skin is probably very luminous. I think you attract partners, romantic interest in partners super easily. Like and if not, if you don't think so, you have a lot of secret admirers and people that just want to be with you, and they just are so captivated by your beauty. You have this kind of beauty that wants to be chased, that people want to chase after. Yeah, I'm getting beautiful hair a lot and beautiful skin. I would say like your face is Renaissance like for sure. And I know that's weird and like on the nose because this deck is very Renaissance Baroque-esque, but that's the kind of beauty you have. You have very like a classical art, like an oil painting, a living oil painting kind of beauty. You probably have a gorgeous stomach as well. Like your stomach, and you probably have like a little waist that just looks like you could just place your hands on it. Like a princess or something, just like a beautiful waistline. You probably have that hourglass figure for sure. Okay, I don't know why I'm being drawn to say this. The coloring of this is a little bit not safe for work, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm gonna state this as eloquently and like not vulgar as possible. The coloring of the places hidden on you is very beautiful to people that have been private with you. So weird to say, but I'm looking at this and I just keep on being drawn there and like right here and everywhere else, and I'm just like, okay, maybe, and it's very beautiful, like beautiful colors, so I'm like, okay, maybe. Yeah, you probably have beautiful coloring in general, and then in the parts of you that are hidden away, and only for those who you choose to see, the color is probably just very beautiful. You know, they come in different shades, and I think that it just suits you so well, whatever color it may be. Whether you be a beautiful, like a rich complexion or a dark complexion or a very light, the coloring is just absolutely gorgeous. Okay, we're gonna move on from that. You probably have really, I don't know why, I'm just getting, it's so interesting, you know, and going back to Lana Del Rey, her nose and her lips, like just that section right there, just the bottom half of her face and her nose. Of course, her eyes are stunning, but that part of you is just so harmonious and beautiful. People just love to like look at it probably. You probably have a beautiful smile. Yeah. You definitely inspire people with your beauty. It's very radiant, but it's very enticing and a little bit dark. You know, we got the devil here, so you probably, I mean, we go back to the femme fatale energy. It reminds me a lot of Purva Bhadrapada in Vedic astrology. It's this really enticing beauty about you that you have sort of not manifested, but you've cultivated really well and embody it so beautifully. Okay, we're gonna go to the Astro Dice now and see what signs, what astrological placements influence your energy. Pile number 3. Ooh, there we go, Leo. We got K2, 12th house, and Leo. Yep. that's very femme fatale energy, very expressive, very... Sorry about that pile number 3. It cut off on me again. So anyway, where did it go? It was going to be K2, 12th house, and Leo. So yeah, it's this really luminous femme fatale energy that you have. It's probably very, when we were talking, like whenever I pulled the Pulp Tarot deck with the Tower, it has this K2vian just upheaval kind of energy that's just so deeply just moving. It's a very deep kind of beauty. It's a overcoming kind of beauty that just, it's hypnotizing. It's very hypnotic. It's very stupefying, and like, it brings you back to somewhere you're not sure, but it's like the void. Your femininity, your beauty is just, it beautifully embodies the void and the chaos in life, but it's not bad. It's just this really interesting nature that you have. And your beauty just matches that so beautifully. K2 is really reminiscent of past lives and, things we've overcome in the past that we are comfortable with. So to a lot of people, you'll probably remind them of something, but they're not sure what it is, but maybe deep down subconsciously, it's like a past life recognition kind of thing. You probably remind a lot of people of, a love that they wanted or that they had at one point, and they don't even realize it. I'm also getting